I've been told that I'm not actually a type 9. Instead, I look like a type 7, a type 2, an unhealthy type 3, or a phobic or counterphobic 6. Oh wait, even a type 8 has been thrown my way. So which is it? What is my type? Am I actually mistyped? Okay, confession time. Am I mistyped? Am I actually a different type and I've been living and thinking that I'm a type 9 for what, 10 years? We're gonna get down to the bottom of it today. So you guys know, this is the confession video. There's really no rules with this video. I've already started digging into my dessert. I've got my coffee in my Be Merry cup. It's fine. I've already started decorating for Christmas. It's the first year I've ever decorated this early, but this year I am just like, guys, I just need comfort and joy in my home right now. So I am ready. I've got a candle lit over here. I'm gonna get comfy and we are gonna dive into, am I mistyped? So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually read some comments that I've gotten. Truth be told, everybody who's told me I mistyped has been in the comments section on my YouTube channel. That's where it's all coming from. On certain videos on my channel, people will all of a sudden think that they know me after like 10 minutes and want to type me and think that, I'm 41 years old, that I don't know my own type. So we're going to read their comments and go over each one and why or why not I would be that type or not. But first, my back is hurting. I need to get a pillow. I need to be comfortable, guys. My self-pres is coming out. It's fine. I need comfort. That doesn't tell you I'm a 9. I don't know what does. Okay, so let me look up the first comment. Okay, so the first comment is, I won't put anybody's names. I'm not going to shout anybody out. Because truthfully, that would cause conflict. Like, I even struggled with thinking like, should I do this video or not? But I thought, no, I really want to. I do want to go through the mistypings and what that can look like for people. So let's just go through it. The first comment is on the marriage video that I did with my husband. And he's a type 8, wing 9. And we did this video and like the backstory of the video is I sprung it on him that morning because I needed to do a video and you guys had been asking for a marriage video. So I didn't even prep him or anything. And so I literally just had him sit down. He got ready for work and we... Oh, actually, there's a little bit more backstory. Not only had he gotten ready, I had gotten ready, but we only had 30 minutes to shoot the video. That's it. Because we needed to leave because we were going to put an offer down on a car for our youngest son. And we were meeting the guy, I think it was like at 9 or 9:30. And so I was like, okay, I need this video. It needs to be out tomorrow. Can you just quick sit down? I'm just going to interview you and it'll be fine. And he was like, oh, okay, fine. And so we just sat down. I turned on the camera and I asked him a ton of questions and we just kind of had fun. We were ourselves. We had fun. But this was one of the comments that came on that video. Yo, sorry, but fighting's normal, guys, does not sound like a 9 thing to say at all. I bet on my life you're a 6 between phobic and counterphobic. Common mistype. And can I be honest with you? Every time I got one of these comments early on in my YouTube career, they would throw me. It would be hurtful because all of a sudden I just felt like my wounding childhood message of like, it's not okay to assert yourself was coming true because every time I asserted myself, I didn't always. Actually, truth be told, you guys are extremely kind. And I am really, really thankful and lucky so far. But when I'd get these comments, I'd just be like, oh, I shouldn't assert myself. What am I doing? Thankfully, I don't feel that way anymore, but it's taken a lot of time and realizing that one bad comment shouldn't override the 10 or the 20 good and great ones. And I've had to learn that one the hard way. But anyway, so isn't that funny though, that they thought I'd be vacillating between a phobic and counterphobic 6. So here's the deal. Do I have 6 in me? Yes. truth be told, we have all the types in us. If you guys ever take an Enneagram test, it'll show you a percentage of all the types. Why? Because we do have a little bit of all of them in us. But you guys know we only have one dominant type, one that motivates us. And the Enneagram is about the why. It's the why. It's the motivation. And it's always surprising to me that people think that because of a behavior or something I said that could disqualify me for being the type that I am. So I'm actually going to read out of the Enneagram Blueprint, which you guys can buy this. I sell this on my website. So the type 6. So what is their core fear, core desire, core weakness, and do I relate to them? Let's break this down. So the core fear of the type 6 is being abandoned. Okay, I can kind of relate to that, but it's not my fear. It's not that I'd be abandoned. My fear is that because I spoke up, I can lose a relationship. The fear of loss and separation from a relationship is really what I fear, not abandonment or being blamed or being afraid of fear or anything like that. I'm definitely not afraid of being blamed at all. And their desire to have security, guidance, and support. No, that's definitely not what I truly in my heart want or what motivates me. That's not what motivates my decisions. That's not what I'm running towards. But let me tell you, the core weakness of the 6 I can relate to, and it's anxiety. And I'm actually going to do a video all about anxiety coming up. But it is where, they can kind of remain in this constant state of apprehension and worry. They scan the horizon, try to predict and prevent negative outcomes. Okay, so yes, I can relate to that piece of the 6. But there's a reason why. The type 9 goes towards the type 6 and stress. And I actually can only relate to that when I'm stressed. That is not my everyday. I am actually more than likely just like, go with the flow. It's okay. Oh, you want to do that? Okay. It's not a big deal. I don't mind. Now, some of that is not even a healthy thing to do for a type 9, but that's my everyday. My everyday is, for me, everybody I meet, I feel like are amazing people. I love them right away. I trust everybody. I trust everybody's motivations, like all of that. I feel like that's just who I am. My first instinct is to trust. I guess to like wrap this one up, because I know they said phobic and counterphobic, and I know the counterphobic can be more like maybe against authority, not even against them, but like, they're willing to push through their fears and stuff like that. And I can relate to that a little bit, but I honestly believe that is my 8 wing coming in. And here's the deal. I only had access to my 8 wing in the last couple of years. I had more of the 9 wing 1 traits than I did the 9 wing 8 for a long time. But as I've matured and grown and done this self-development work and digging deep and owning the good, bad, and ugly and all of that, I've actually been able to develop and use part of my 8 wing, which helps me to be more secure, more confident, challenge things. Now, do I still struggle with conflict? Yes. But the 8 wing does give me the strength that I didn't used to have. Okay, so let's move on to the type 7. And this one I absolutely can understand, because I do think I can come across as a 7, and especially if I'm with somebody that has a lot of energy or is a type 7, I can merge really easily. Well, with all types, but this 7, I can merge right away and become like, hey guys, what's up? How are you doing? Like it is in me. But that doesn't make a 7. That doesn't mean you're a 7 if you can find that energy and find that place. What that means is the 2, the 7, and the 9 are all in this positive outlook triad, which I have not taught on. But that's a little bit of what you're seeing. When I read the core fear and the core desire of the 7, the core fear is the 7 fears being deprived, limited, bored, trapped in emotional pain. Okay, maybe no, I don't even fear being trapped in emotional pain. I definitely don't want to deal with it at all, but I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of being bored. I actually don't really get bored. I'm perfectly fine. I'd actually rather not do things than do things. Truth be told, I'm a homebody. I'd rather stay home almost every day. It's more rare for me to want to go and do anything. And truth be told, when I do, this is like confession time. More times than not, when I am going to do something, I'll think of like, I can't wait until it's over. I'll think to myself, okay, all I have to get to is like this time or this date or whatever and get through it. Even on vacations, I find myself doing that. Like I don't know, is that weird? Like it's a countdown of like, okay, we're going to do that, but I look forward to when I can come back home, be relaxed, just be in my own environment and stuff like that. So I think that kind of like takes 7 right off the table because of that. And their core weakness is gluttony, the drive for more. They can have an emptiness inside and have an insatiable desire to fill themselves up with experiences. Definitely do not feel that. So can't be a 7. Definitely, that is not what's motivating me in life. The next one is an 8. Honestly, I have an 8 wing. So yes, you're going to see some 8 qualities. But what their fear is, being exposed, weak, powerless, controlled, manipulated, vulnerable. Definitely not my fear. I know the 9 doesn't want to be controlled, but we definitely allow ourselves to be. At the sake of conflict, we can allow ourselves to be, controlled in a little way just so we keep the peace and don't have to use our voice and stand up. So I guess in the end, it's like, and I'm vulnerable all the time. I'll be the first one to be vulnerable. And I think, I feel like for me, if I'm vulnerable, it opens the door for others to feel vulnerable too. Because I want peace. I want harmony. I want people to see themselves and love themselves better. And so I will be vulnerable right away. Obviously the 8s wouldn't want to. That's their core fear. Now they do work on it. And when they're healthy, they can have it. They can be vulnerable, but it's a struggle for them. It's what they're running away from. And their desire to be in control of their environment to protect themselves and those in their inner circle. I barely can relate to that. Maybe protecting myself and those in my inner circle, maybe, but I don't even know what that would look like. Being controlled, no. I literally want to give up control most of the times because I'm like, there's no conflict then if you're just like, yeah, sure, let's do what you want to do. Okay, and I think the last one they said, did I have more to read? Shoot, I'm sorry guys. Where's that comment? Oh, I didn't read this comment. Okay, let's go back a little bit to that marriage video. I had another comment on there from somebody and they said, hi, Hillary. Again, no offense intended, but I frankly get more 9 vibes from your husband than I do from you. I really see you as a phobic 6. I'm sure you're very good at helping others figure out their own types, but everything you've described about yourself comes off as 6-ish. And your marriage dynamic sounds more like an 8-6. I know I don't know you, but you do not come off as a passive partner here. This is a very common mistype, especially among women. But you remind me of other 6s far more than you do other 9s. It definitely does not sound like you are as conflict avoidant as 9s generally are. And you really sound more compliant than withdrawn. Letting you know in the spirit of food for thought. Thanks. Happy face. Guys. This one was so hard for me to read. I remember I just felt like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I felt terrible about myself and the video. And here's the funny thing. I looked back at this comment. This was a long time ago. I think this might have been 4 months ago. I'm not for sure. No, I think it was way more than that. But I didn't even respond. And I saw it, but I didn't respond. Why? Because I felt like anything I said was conflict. If I actually spoke my truth and was like, no, I actually am a 9, it literally made me feel sick inside to put my voice out there and to let him know, I am a certified Enneagram life coach who's been studying the Enneagram for close to 10 years. I've gone through all the types to the nitty gritty, the good, bad, and ugly. And I know to the depths of my soul that I am a type 9. But I didn't put any of that out there. I just let my voice not be heard and went on with my business. That's a totally 9 thing to do. And then another person was like, I totally agree with this. And then actually the third person goes, I think she's actually a 2. And I'm like, what? I had never heard a 2. Now the 9 and 2 can be mistyped as each other. So I do get that. But the core fear of the 2 is they fear being unwanted and unworthy of being loved, which leads to helping and striving to earn love from others. No, seriously not. I asked my husband, I don't try to earn love. That's not what's driving me. Now, do I want to be loved? Yes, but I'm not trying to earn love. I'm definitely acts of service is the last thing that I would do. Not that that has to be how the 2 would earn it, but I'm not a helper. I'm not what can I do for you? I'm more I'm way more concerned about your heart and your motives and your life and how to help you that way. And the depths of what I'm thinking is how to help you have a more peaceful life that has harmony. That's what I'm thinking. I do this, I teach you guys because I want you to find peace and I want you to accept you for who you are. That's what's driving me. So in their, core weakness is pride, self-righteous about helping others and not needing help, judging others who are not helping. I'm like, No, I need help all the time. I'm willing to accept help. You can come help me. I would love help, actually. I would love help running my YouTube channel. I would love an assistant. I would love help anywhere. But yeah, I definitely don't relate to the two's fears. There's some things about the two. They're loving and compassionate, nurturing, giving, supportive, kind, empathetic. Okay, yes, some of those are 9 things too. Some of those are other types too. But I just don't relate to the cores of that too. Okay, so let me look and see if I have anything else. What I loved is, I don't know if I took a picture of it. Oh, I did. So on that same thread, where they were telling me I was either a 2 or a 6, somebody wrote on there, why do you constantly comment on her videos voicing what you think she is? And I was like, I didn't even heart that one because it felt like I'd be causing conflict, but really I loved that comment and was like, thank you so much. But again, you guys have the freedom to comment whatever you want, and I have the freedom to not respond, and that's okay. It makes me nervous though. I think in the end, guys, we have to trust that we do know ourselves best. And I know there are types that struggle with thinking that or knowing that, but that's what I'm trying to help you do through the Enneagram. Use these tools. You can know yourself best. I do know my own motivations, and believe me, the type 9s, let's go through the type 9s. Like, let's go through some stuff that's embarrassing for me. Core weakness of the 9 is sloth. You guys know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did a video about sloth. And actually I want to point out that this is episode 4 in this new Confessions of an Enneagram 9 series. I've covered sloth. I've covered It's Time to Wake Up. I've covered anger. So go find those videos down below in the description box and give those a watch, because there is some really good stuff in there. Let's get back to the 9 and the part that goes, ow, ow, ow. It's the core weakness of the 9. Sloth, falling asleep to their passions, abilities, desires, needs, and worth by merging with others. Guys, if you knew my story, this has been apparent my entire life. And I am going to go over my story. I'm going to go through my childhood. I'm going to go through, I've lost a friendship by showing up and actually being myself and being who I know I am, and giving and voicing my own opinions and stuff like that. And so I'm going to go through that, the friendship aspect that can happen when a 9 does wake up. You know, some people don't like that. Some people are like, no. I became friends with this type of person. But once we wake up, we're like, sorry, like I do have an opinion. All of a sudden we do feel like our presence matters. Guys, I can read, does my presence matter? And feel like, oh, it gets me to the core, to my soul. I understand that because I have struggled with that my entire life. So I guess all that to say is I have done the work. I do believe in the end, I'm a 9 with an 8 wing. I'm a social 9, so I'm going to seem a little bit more outgoing. I have felt like other types before. I'm sure you have too. That's normal. We can feel like other types. I've questioned my type way early on and did the work. But really understanding myself as a type 9 has allowed me to grow, to flourish, to do what I'm doing, to wake up every day and sit here and make these videos, run my business, help my clients. Is it a struggle? Yes, it is. It is. Sometimes would I be doing other things? 100%. I would rather get to be lazy. But the way I've set it up now is I reward myself. I reward myself with working hard and then allowing myself to just veg out, numb out, watch TV every night. That's what I do. Every single night, if I can, I go in the living room. It's the same thing every day. I put on pajamas, I get my bowl of cereal, I watch my TV. Like, I am a creature of habit. But like I've said, having these tools available to me has changed my life. That's why I'm able to do this today. I'm able to show up, be me, be present, look at the good, the bad, and the ugly, and deal with some of those parts. It's not easy. I fall, I get back up, but that's normal. To answer the question, am I mistyped? No, I am not mistyped. And I actually was typed by a professional 10 years ago. So I'm not mistyped. I am that type 9 wing 8. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for spending time with me. I appreciate you guys. Go say hey in the comments. Let me know, have you felt like you were mistyped before? Which one do you struggle with and what's that look like? And sometimes I can even try and help you guys out. I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek of next week's videos. You will be the first one to know, but next week's videos on Wednesday, it's going to be the blind spots of types 1 through 9. So that's going to be a great one. And then next Friday's video, I'm going to have my husband on, And that's going to be fun. That's going to be obviously a confessions video, but he will be in it. So get ready for that. It's going to be fun. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and push that subscribe button if you like this content and you want to see more of it. Click the like button if you don't mind, because it's super important to the algorithm and it helps my channel out so much. And so please push the like button if you like this video. And if you are watching this and you're like, gosh, I never know when you're putting a video out, that would be because you haven't clicked the bell, I guess. The bell is what lets YouTube know that you want notifications when my videos go live. And you guys know I do 2 a week now. And so go ahead and click that too. Last little bit of housekeeping. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm Hillary_McCaskey_coaching. That is behind the scenes of my life and stuff like that. And then I also have an Enneagram and coaching account, and that is all Enneagram stuff that I hand draw on my iPad, and that honestly has been so fun for me. So go give that a follow if you like that kind of stuff. But that's all I have today, guys. Until next time, bye guys.